We back.
We are back. Welcome back to another episode of the Free Jazz Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
85.
It's episode 85. You got GG's here. You got K-Cinco across the room right now. You know what I mean?
Back like I never left.
I don't know why, but I feel like these became permanent seats. I just realized we haven't switched spots in a minute. Like
we haven't.
We definitely haven't. But listen, man, it's been a crazy eventful week, like always, man. I realize, man, we living in a day and age of social media, so like the news really do be hitting us every 2 minutes. It's like the world's ending. A bomb drops, the world's ending. No pun intended, because sheesh, I think we might have to start off like that. Damn, I said that by accident. we were just talking about shit, just exactly that. Shit's getting bombed. It's getting crazy outside, man. I'm low key panicking. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
it's looking like World War III outside.
Very unfortunate. Man. On different sectors as well.
And unfortunately, like. I don't really look into politics, because I feel like all that shit be like, not propaganda, but it's smoke and mirrors. Like I don't know what's real, what's not. What are they purposely showing us? What are they purposely not showing us?
And that's it's really sleight of hand. And if you don't pay attention or follow it, but what are you gonna know? You're gonna know what they tell you.
Exactly, and that's why I be scared. Yes, that's why I be like, yo, after Sunday Night Football, change the channel, my nigga, because the news come on and the news make you feel like you about to die tonight.
The worst thing ever.
Tonight, Sunday, the world started to be over. By Tuesday, shit's gonna be gone. The way the news be talking, like that shit is terrifying.
The shock value.
Right? I swear, yo, Sunday night news, bro, is nothing but shock value. It's, the 4-year-old found dead in the gator's mouth. Fucking 12 people murdered on a bus in this country, that country. It's like, man.
A stabbing happened right on this corner store.
Right. A 90-year-old woman was robbed and raped. I'm like, God damn, this shit is just nasty outside.
You got to think about it. It's the transition of entertainment. You know, you watching one thing, they got to hook you in to keep you watching the news. Feel me?
That makes sense, too. And they slide right into that bitch, too.
No.
They slide right into that bitch.
No holds barred. Feel me?
But yeah,
guns are blazing on 10.
So for the people who don't know, you can elaborate a little bit better as far as like, was it Israel that got bombed? Palestine, Israel, Palestine, Israel. See, that's how lost I am. I just know shit got bombed in the Middle East and it's not looking good.
Listen,
and I know there's a lot of people losing a lot of like loved ones, and it's actually really sad. I'm looking at the pictures online, and I'm just like. I'm like in disbelief, like, yo, this really is how this goes. Like,
this is really how it goes.
This is how like American history was like, this is it. Like this happens every 5, 10, 20 years, like no matter what. It's inevitable. The cycle continues.
It's been a long running war since like the end of World War.
Well, what I seen 1,200 people have already lost their lives due to the bombing that we've been seeing in the last.
That doesn't surprise me at all. It's a very unfortunate situation. I don't really know too much to give my take on things.
Yeah,
you know, my take on as far as the side or whatever. But it's just a tragic, and the thing is, there's a lot of innocent people, you know, and that's the thing. There's a lot of casualties of war in general.
Yeah,
a lot of people who have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
So just to make sure, was it Palestine that got bombed? Palestine or Israel?
It was Israel. It was Hamas, which is a group in Palestine, a Palestinian representative group.
Okay. What I do know is that they were definitely shining a light on the fact that there was American citizens over there. Like there was a woman from Englewood, New Jersey, apparently that she just made it back home. Like I think it was yesterday. Or
I saw
before. And it's spooky to see, like, man, this is what we're getting into again, like straight bombing. Like if you see the news, man, I'm talking about buildings are just dropping, disintegrating. Like they're showing families holding kids. Yeah, I'm like, bro, This is truly sad,
and it doesn't seem like, you know, the conflict is going to end anytime soon. Like I said, it's one of the longest running conflicts that's going on right now.
Yeah,
and it's crazy how right now there are, I would say, I mean there are always conflicts going on, but there are two major ones, and the U.S. is funding both of them.
What's the other one? Ukraine?
Ukraine and Russia. Feel me?
Yeah.
Wow. We play a part in both of them. Feel me?
Yeah, that shit is spooky, man. But prayers up to everybody.
Yeah, prayers up for everybody who's involved, and I know it hits home for a lot of people, man. And it's just a sad situation. Sad.
No, it really is, man. That shit. Ain't nobody should be having to bury their child. Ain't nobody should be having to come home and their house is just into dust, is disintegrated, like
having to relocate their family, not not really knowing what's gonna happen. That's a feeling nobody.
And that's the thing.
wants.
As Americans, man, we're so lucky that we've never seen a war fought. Well, I can't say we have actually seen wars fought on our turf, but it was against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's the last war. That's the last war we fought that was been fought on American soil was against ourselves, which is why things like 9/11 were so crazy to us, because it was like, oh shit, like we realized we're vulnerable again. Like there was an attempt of 9/11. There was an attempt on the World Trade Center back in like 93, and a lot of people think Biggie was like a fortune teller because Biggie had said something about bombing the World Trade, and people are like, how the fuck blow up like the World Trade? People are like, what the fuck? Like people don't realize that they ran a van with a bunch of TNT in the back of it into the bottom of the World Trade and realized that shit didn't do nothing. Literally, that shit just blew a hole in the side of the building. It was like nobody died. I think like it was nothing happened. So, but I say that to say it's unreal when you see things happen in these other countries, because America, we don't fall. We're not
privileged.
We're privileged, but we don't see that. We never seen another country come in here and start dictating and killing and bombing.
We don't see in our daily lives. We don't see other military forces in America. We don't see other military bases here, whatever the case may be.
Where people in the Middle East run around in sandals and shit, and they see these niggas in full camouflage. Like, what the fuck? Who is these motherfuckers?
We're privileged and lucky in that aspect.
Yeah, and thank God, man. And shout out to the military. I'm gonna always give my respects to the military, because to the ladies and gentlemen in the military that are willing to put their life on the line. Because me personally, if I was in that motherfucker and I see that bombing shit, that's when I'm out. I'm out. Like, I'm resigning. I'm going AWOL because I'm not with the war shit. I'm not going out there.
For me, it's all about intention, and I respect and I give thanks to those in the military who intend to do right by us, who tend to do right by the world. But I think it's bigger than them as people being in the military. I think it's bigger than them, and there's a whole thing above them, and it's more intricate than what they make it seem. So I respect anybody who's doing what they think is best in their heart, and I appreciate that for that. But that's all I'm gonna say on that topic, on that aspect of it. They think they're doing the right thing, and I appreciate that, and I respect that, and I love the fact that we have people with enough courage that stand up for what they think is right.
And they're the reason why we're not going to see a war fought on this motherfucking land. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll tell you that much. Like, I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't think so. America don't play about that shit. Like, we already spend all of our money on the military. Like, motherfuckers know better than to come over here with that shit. Like, they tried, and you see, we ain't left they shit since. Like, since 9/11, we've been over there building McDonald's and Walmart and shit. We ain't been playing. We've been taking over all that shit, nigga.
And we built a fortress on in the Western Hemisphere.
Right.
We built a fortress. We not allowing anybody we consider non-allies to partake or set up shop anywhere near us.
Yeah, and that's crazy, because all we do is shut up shop. But that's neither.
I don't. Right. That's neither all day. But an example I could say is Cuba. You feel me? Anytime Cuba, once they had ties to our enemies, we weren't having that. That's too close to home.
Like, shut down flights. United, shut that shit down. Continental, shut that shit down. We're not doing none of that shit.
I can give them a whole episode of my thoughts and feelings and history about that, but I'm not getting to that right now.
Yeah, we can get into a whole bunch of the bullshit though, because there's been a lot going on. Like I said, man. So, did you listen to the new Drake album?
Yeah, I did. I personally like it.
How many times did you hear it?
Well, that's not fair, because I was on a flight. Feel me?
Yeah, you been you flew to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even that long. It was like a 45 minute, not even.
Right. I was about to say, flight to Pittsburgh ain't shit. 7-hour drive.
Yeah, bro. Bro. Literally, wheels up, wheels down, probably like 25, 30 minutes.
That's crazy.
How much was
that flight?
Bro, like 120.
That's too much money. I'm sorry, I don't got it. Actually, you would have spent that on gas, for real.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally.
Gas there and back.
The gas there and back, definitely. That's
Tolls,
a 6-7 hour drive, for real, without traffic.
So it was. I probably like two times. I'll listen. I always give something at least like 3 listens in order for read it.
Right. That's
really
how I
sit on it, and then as time passes, I got to go back and listen to it.
Right.
In order for me to actually fully grasp or really give my initial reaction isn't necessarily the best reaction always.
Right.
You know, so
my initial reaction is always off the wall. Like, this shit is ass, or this shit is amazing. At first, I feel like this shit is amazing, and don't get me wrong, that shit's still fire.
I personally like it. I like the album.
Do you have any key songs you like the most? Or?
I think it was a little all over the place though. You know what I mean?
For sure.
There was there was no real theme to it. I feel like it was just a bunch of. He got a different sounds together.
It was for all my fucking dogs. What you mean? That's the theme. The theme is nigga is up. He got all the dogs in this shit, bro.
My favorite track is First Person Shooter, of course.
First Person Shooter was cool.
Nah, J. Cole slid on that.
J. Cole is a different animal.
Different animal. He's a different beast. The way he slid on that was crazy.
Yeah. J. Cole goes crazy. That definitely wasn't in my top 3 or top 5 though. I got a couple joints. The
7-9-6-9 was crazy.
But the thing is, I don't give a fuck for the first half of the song. Shout out to Tizo Touchdown. Like if you don't know about Tizo Touchdown, bro, listen. And shout out to my boy Lawson, because my son Lawson, y'all definitely introduced him before. I don't know if you remember, but my boy Lawson, he been running around with Tizo Touchdown on the low. Like Lawson tapped the fuck in. You feel me? I known him since high school though, and to see him like the way he's been networking is crazy. And then I've been seeing him with Tizo Touchdown for over a year now, and like I never knew who he was, but I would see his face, and it's like if you know who Tizo is and you know what he looks like, you'll never forget him. He's running around with literally hundreds of nails in his dreads. He's like nails, like
I've seen him.
Hammer nails, yeah, with shoulder pads on, and a Rick Owens outfit. It's like, yo, what am I looking at?
It looks like, I don't know how he sleeps like that.
But now if you hear his actual music, it's like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm listening to. And it's like in a good way, and also in like a curious way, like, yo, what is this? And he calls himself, he's like a punk R&B. It's like a punk R&B rock thing. So he has like R&B lyrics with rock music, and then he puts that together to create his own genre, and it's fucking amazing. And you hear it but when I hear the Drake features that he did, the features he did for Drake, he's like singing on this like angelic shit. Like he did the song Amen, which is like the second or third song there, also in my top 5 favorite songs. Amen, the second half of 7-9-6-9.
I thought 8 AM with Charlotte went hard.
8 AM with Charlotte. Oh my God. Yo, bro. Yo, bro. Did you hear what that nigga said?
He went crazy.
He said, I'm feeling like when Mike put the glove down for the pen. I'm feeling like Mike put the pen down for the glove. I'm feeling too enticing.
Yo,
bro, when I realized the double entendre on that, I was triple entendre. I'm like, yo, this nigga got bars in his ad-libs. Like, how the fuck he did that?
He went crazy on that. Picasso, he went crazy on that. I feel
like when Mike put the pen down for the glove, I'm feeling too enticing. Michael Jackson put the glove down. Mike Tyson picked the glove up.
Yeah.
I'm feeling too enticing. I'm feeling like two mics. Yo, bro.
Tyson, Mike Tyson. He went crazy.
I don't even be nuts, bro.
Nah, he really went crazy. That's why I got to go back and act. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the first listen is a dry run. Feel me?
Yeah.
You dry run it and then you break it. You feel me? Like, I feel like.
I'm always amazed when I hear artists say some shit that I'm like, yo, how did nobody ever say it before?
Yeah, like
I forgot what Drake said. He said some shit's getting awkward. Now it's Silence of the Lamb like a horror film. I said, oh my God. Silence in the Lamb like a horror film? I say, yo, bro, chill, bro. You can't keep doing this. Yo,
classic.
Bro, what? Silence in the Lamborghini? That's crazy. Yeah. That bar is crazy.
Yeah, bro. He would. I like it personally.
I don't know who writing for that nigga, but fuck Quentin Miller. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot. Quentin don't got nothing to do with this, because this nigga rapping on some upper echelon shit we never heard of. Like,
there was a lot of backlash. You feel me?
A lot of people hated it. We gotta get on that.
Well, a lot of people hated it, and one of the biggest ones was Joe Budden.
Joe Budden for sure.
And what he was saying is that he got to stop hanging around the youngins. He's worried about trends too much. He got to stop rapping like he's 25.
He said he sounds uninspired.
I haven't seen uninspired. Like I haven't seen the trend. He basically saying he's been on the same elementary trying to my breakdown of it, he tried to call him the big uncle, that's a big homie. Feel me? Like who hangs around all the youngins.
Yeah, you running around with Kai Sanaa. You got Yeet on the track, which is one of my favorite tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Yeet.
He got.
I've been telling people about Yeet for the last year and a half, 2 years. Like, yo, this is gonna be the biggest nigga in the world. Y'all just don't get it yet.
Sexy Red on the track. Feel me?
Shout out to Sexy fucking Red. Yo, bro, word to my mother, bro. Sexy Red is a true inspiration to anybody, bro. We gonna talk about her sex tape later. Cause shout out to Sexy Red. Don't ever disrespect the pussy. Listen, the pussy is pink, the booty hole is brown. Shout out to Sexy Red. Listen, Sexy Red, bro. is a true inspiration, my nigga. Like if you, I know about Sexy Red since like 2017. So like I forgot all about her because 2017, 2019, she had a nice little viral run. But it was just crazy to see like, yo, bro, she's talking about my pussy pink, my booty hole brown one day. 6 months later, shake that asshole. Twerk that shit for Drake. Twerk that shit for me.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
But
to go from the trenches of St. Louis, this bitch really blood. Like this bitch really a gangbanger, bro. Like she didn't put in work. You can see it in her face. She got the kind of scars that you can only get in prison. Yo, son, for her to be on Drake's album, bro.
But that's
and anything is possible.
But we talked.
Shout out to Kevin Garnett.
But this is what we talked
anything
about.
Is possible.
But this is what we talked about this before. How Drake will take somebody who's popping, who's hot right now. Feel me? And co-sign, feature, whatever the case may be, you know, that's part of his allure of staying relevant, staying in the spotlight.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, it's him humbling himself, like, you feel me, I'm not too big to work with any artist type of thing.
And that's doubling back to what you were saying about Joe Budden. It's like, yo, Joe Budden came off as such a hater.
Yeah, but I have a question for you. So, Drake's response was,
no, Drake ethered this nigga.
Yo, yeah.
Ethered this nigga with one tweet. He said, fuck a song, fuck a verse. I'm not gonna give this nigga the time of day. I'm gonna tweet this nigga. I didn't even, no, I think his response was like in DJ Academic's comments.
It was Instagram.
It was a comment in DJ Academic's post.
It was Instagram comment.
Bro.
It was Instagram.
But go ahead, what's the question? I wanna hear, what's the question?
So Drake basically came and said, Joe, I did what you couldn't do. He said, you're somebody who failed at this and had to jump ship, and now you're a critic.
Right.
You know, you were never even almost as big as me. I'm doing what you wish you could do.
Right.
So my question to you is, do you think Joe Budden is A, right in his criticism, and B, you think anyone should be too big for criticism?
Definitely nobody should be too big for criticism.
Absolutely.
No, that's out. But I understand where Joe Budden might be coming from because he is also a fan. He has said, yo, Drake has classics. Yo, Drake's a great artist. He said that plenty times. So his criticism is coming from a personal view of like, yo, I want to be a fan of this shit. He don't want to listen to Yeet. He don't want to hear Sexy Red. He don't want to hear Lil Yachty. He don't want to hear none of that shit. And that's cool, Joe. But you're also not about to perform in front of 100,000 fucking teenagers and 100,000 20-year-olds and 100,000 fucking 40 to 60-year-olds who still can all appreciate the classics. So because when he goes on tour, it's like he's only going to perform this album.
No,
you know what I'm
saying? Like, nobody, his track list, nobody can compete with. Keep
exactly, bro. He's gonna go through 30 minutes of R&B, 30 minutes of Spanish and fucking Afro beats, 30 minutes of hardcore rap, and then he gonna make you cry at the end of it with a couple weekend features. It's like, bro, this motherfucker can't lose.
The range is different.
The range is crazy, bro. And shout out to Bad Bunny because he had one of the hardest tracks. I'm about to say Bad Bunny track. Dykeman about to get turned up to that Bad Bunny shit. I forgot. I think it's called like Gently.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's Gently.
Oh my god.
It's like, I think it's like track 22.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You listen. Translate Bad Bunny's lyrics one day, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, this nigga is gang." Like he be talking some shit,
bro.
Like,
no, let's translate, bro.
Some swaggy shit.
I speak Spanish, bro.
Right? Yeah, that's true. That's what my son is an honorable Dominican. Y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? Que lo que? You know what I mean? Listen, that man. Listen, Drake, bro. I can't give him enough credit, bro, because it wasn't that the album's just amazing. The album is great. If you want me to be honest, I'll give it right now. It's like at a 7 out of 10 for me.
I like it.
It's like at a 7 out of 10. I feel like I'm gonna love it more soon.
Yes, me too. I really like it. I just like I said, I think it was just songs thrown together. I didn't think it really had a direction. You know what I mean? It was just like a bunch of different artists, interludes and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I like the tracks, but I think it was just thrown together.
He did a lot, like, bro. I love when I see people paying so much homage. He did so much. Like he had the Chopped and Screwed song on there.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to DJ Screw. He always shows love to Houston. I mean,
he does.
Drake's the only nigga I know that can claim 6 cities.
He does.
I swear to God. Drake claimed Toronto. He claimed Memphis. He claimed Houston.
Yeah.
He claimed Vegas, Atlanta,
Miami,
like New York. Like, bro. And he could do that
everywhere.
He could do that. He in Puerto Rico right now listening to Bad Bunny's album release. Like,
and he'll be in Puerto Rico with braids with barrettes in it.
That's another fact.
And some shades on.
Right, with painted nails, and people just gonna have to love it. Like, bro.
And he said he Puerto Rican for the day.
Yeah, for today. And that's the thing though. But see, it takes a certain kind of person to have that kind of range in culture, because Drake being who he is, being half Jewish, being half black. Mom grew up in Toronto, Canada,
which in a rich area.
In upper suburbs, upper class suburbs. But if you know anything about Toronto, you know Toronto has a super heavy Caribbean influence.
It does.
Super heavy. Like you go up there, it's a lot, and a lot of I believe it's East African, like Somalians.
There's a lot of Jamaicans.
A lot of Somalis, right? A lot of Jamaicans, Trinidadians. They govern that shit. There's a lot of Indians too. Shout out to the good folks out in India. But Toronto's a melting pot. It's super diverse over there.
It is.
So then you got that, and then you got the fact that his dad is literally a musician from Memphis. Yeah. It don't get more ethnic than that. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your dad's from Memphis. We're one of the illest cities in America as far as like the culture history of it. Like history. Right. Don't forget that's where Martin Luther King was killed. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot that goes into the history of Memphis, and even to this day, Memphis is the hood. But I say that to say, so he has that perspective of Canada and the Caribbean and all that stuff that goes on up there in Toronto, big city life. All that, and then you have
from Memphis,
the Memphis influence
with the music background.
Yeah, the way Memphis music also, not just his dad's music background, but Memphis music has such an influence in the rap game in the last 20 years.
It does.
Like where you want to give the 3 6 Mafia, if you want to give them their credit,
Pat, feel me?
Right? You want to give them their credit to Yo Gotti and to motherfucking
to
Dolph, Moneybag Yo, and everybody that's been going the last 5-10 years. Memphis has been on fire. Pooh Shiesty, you know what I'm saying?
Memphis
Like
been on lock.
Memphis has been on fire. Glorilla, like
Big
Memphis,
Lo.
Come on,
I like Big Lo.
You got
like
right.
Big Lo.
I love Big Lo. I fucking love Big Lo. I liked her with the Gap just because I liked her energy. You know what I'm saying? Like then she fixed her teeth and she went from a 5 to 8. You know what I mean? Respectfully, like.
But so I was gonna say this. The thing about it is sometimes it could be and I understand Joe Budden's critique, and I don't think he's necessarily wrong for his critique, but it could be sometimes. Yeah, it's an opinion. But you gotta look at the messenger.
Yeah,
because I can relate it to somebody like Trent Dilfer or Dan Orlovsky critiquing upper echelon NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They got Dilfer dimes.
Right.
People don't know.
Yeah.
There's two. The two people I named are NFL analysts who played in the league,
but they were backups.
But they were backups. Dan Orlovsky's known for stepping out in the end zone and the safety. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like he was a long-term backup, and now they're critiquing the upper echelon type at the position.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Critiquing people that were 10 times better than
that's
ever.
What I'm saying.
Same idea with Joe Budden critiquing Drake.
Same time. Or like a Kendrick Perkins when he was critiquing Kevin Durant.
Right.
And Kevin Durant wasn't having it. Like, yo, Kendrick, relax.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You averaged 8 points, gang.
That's what I'm saying.
At the height of your career.
But that's what I'm saying. Now Joe Budden did have a little run. He had a lot of respect.
He had one song.
No. But I'm talking.
I know.
I'm talking about.
I gotta take my jabs.
Not only that, but he had respect from his peers though.
Yeah.
It's not like he had one song and disappeared. He had respect from his peers.
For sure.
Drake looked up to him. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Drake's in an interview looking up to him. So he has people who has his respect and care about what he says. But at the same time, your music trajectory wasn't nearly as high, or you really had to change lanes because it wasn't doing it for you. And now you're critiquing somebody who's at the top.
It definitely can come off as hate.
Oh, absolutely can come off as hate, but it's kind of it's crazy when you're looking at it from both sides of who he is, and I also got to talk about we talk about J. Cole. Remember when the song when he let Nas down?
Oh yeah.
When he let Nas down, he was talking about that song was about how music was going away from lyricism, and people were trying to make hits and trying to rise up on the charts. And J. Cole felt like at one point in his career that he was selling out the art to try to go chart.
Yeah, work out for me.
Yeah, where he wasn't sticking to his roots or what he knows. He was trying to hop on trends in order to climb up the charts and get more recognition as an artist. And Nas was disappointed in him. He felt like he let Nas down. That's why he came out with the song. He let Nas down.
Yeah, nah,
so
for sure.
it's a certain where Drake is able to jump from different culture to culture, from different city to city. What's hot at the moment? Jump on artists who are blowing up like Ice Spice or Glorilla or Sexy Red, who are hot right now. He's able to jump in different avenues and be different people.
Yeah.
And they're all encompassing in Drake without While other artists, they stick more to their roots no matter what happened, no matter what the trends are. Yeah. So it's just a different way of doing artistry. It's a different way of thinking.
But not for nothing. You know what I mean? You got to give, of course, but you got to give Drake his credit on the simple fact that, like, bro, an artist of that level has never done what he's doing as far as, like, showing love to the up and coming generation. You don't, that's what I'm saying. After Jay-Z touched his peak, his only features was Memphis Bleak and Kanye West. Like, he wasn't about to do a feature with no Yeet. Bro, Tito Touchdown's most viewed video has like 1.7 million views, bro. Tito Touchdown is relatively nobody to Drake,
and that's why
that's why I'm like, yo, that's
what I'm
so
saying,
much love,
humbling
bro.
himself and thinking he's not too big to work with any artist. The fact that he's able to like and change these artists' lives. You feel me? You got a Drake feature, it's you up.
Yeah,
no matter what.
He said that in the song. He said, I'm handing out. He said, I'm handing out verses. I'm handing out. Don't mention it. Like, I forgot. He said the exact. I forgot his exact words.
Yo, speaking of what he said in the song.
We can talk about this album for 30 minutes.
First person shooter. He said it. He's one away from Mike. That one's trended to be number one. That would pass Michael Jackson on the charts. He's one away from tying or breaking Michael Jackson's record for being number one on the charts, and that one's trended to be number one. He said it in that song. Which is, he said, I'm one away from Mike in the song.
And you know, it's actually crazy. This morning I woke up and I saw that the Yeet song just surpassed that song for the most streamed song so far. but it
crazy. Goes back and forth. That's what he does.
Of course, it's going back and forth. But that's the type of dude he is. When he drops the top 10 charts, 8 of them is Drake, all off the same album.
Nah, you're right,
man. Listen,
but yeah, we can talk about Drake forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when we talked about Joe Budden, I mean, Charlamegne too's been caught up in a lot of hate towards the boy. Like Charlamegne has been showing a lot of hate. There was a whole compilation. Drake actually posted the compilation of how many times he's been hated on by Charlamagne. And it's like, oh, this shit is alarming, bro. Like, people really have been hating on my son.
But at the same time, I feel like in the same breath that Drake always feels like he can do no wrong, that nobody should be able to say anything to him or about him.
No, specifically be Charlamagne. He don't really lash out on nobody, but Charlamagne and Joe Budden have been coming at him for years.
Oh no, him and Joe Budden have a long history of
years of hating, not criticism, hating. Talking about, yo, get that shit out of here. We don't want to hear this. Niggas crying on the track. Like, I promise you, go look up the Charlamagne clip I'm talking about. Look up Charlamagne hating on Drake. You'll be astonished. Like, damn, this is a lot of hate, dog. Like, you talking crazy. Like that's why he said I might have to send some bottles to Charlamagne when he was dissing Meek Mill, because he was like, yo, bro, like, I might as well just bless all my hating ass niggas. Here's a shout out, you bitch ass nigga. Like, hold this, since you want to be a dick rider your whole career.
Yeah,
I get where he's coming from.
I definitely get it.
And speaking on Charlamagne shit, we gonna have to bring up the Breakfast Club, man. There's been a lot of news.
Envy.
Listen, man, and I hate to seem like I'm about to try to shit on DJ Envy, but because I actually he's been somebody I've been inspired by, like, a lot, especially dealing with like real estate, like the car shit he got going on, you know,
the
like
car show and everything.
Yeah, he's real big on like just being open and accountable for shit that has been going on in his relationship in the past, and it takes a certain level of courage to even speak on certain things. Like,
that's a fact. I remember that.
So I've always had like a certain level of respect for him. I don't want to seem like I'm trying to dog him out, but listen.
Before you start,
okay.
He admitted live that he could not make his girl come, bro, and that
is one of the things I was.
if you're able to admit that on air, is crazy,
bro. After 30 years, after 20, 30 years of being together, too. They've been together since like 13.
Took that to the grizzly, boy.
She told him that she's not being able to come. It's crazy.
But anyway, keep going.
Well, I was saying is, so recently in the headlines, DJ Envy has been tied into his former business partner or current business, I'm not sure, but Cesar Pena. Now, if you don't know who Cesar Pena is, he's a gentleman from Patterson, New Jersey. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Patterson. You know anything about Patterson, it gets gritty over there. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't too far from a Patterson story. So Cesar Pena, this dude, he's been a real estate mogul. His name is Flipping NJ on the gram. Yep. And for the last like 3, maybe 4 years, like 4 or 5 years.
Like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, the last like 4 or 5 years. Caesar has been working with DJ Envy to promote his real estate business, and that has been turned into
a Ponzi scheme.
Apparently, allegedly.
That's what they're saying.
They're saying it's been a Ponzi scheme this whole time, which is crazy. Now, if you don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, it's pretty much where you keep taking money from investors and you keep promising them returns, and then you just pay the old investors with the new investors money, but you never actually fully pay out the old investors. You keep them on a standstill, like, yo, don't worry, I got you this, I got you that. Like, let's say the initial investor gives you $100,000. You tell them, yo, I got you with $130,000. I'm gonna give you $30K profit in the next 6 months. 6 months come in, yo, I got this 30 for you. That 100, we're gonna roll it over into the next property, and I got you. You feel me?
That's funny because they were talking about 30% returns.
Yeah, they were talking. Bro, listen.
But
we gonna get into that in a second because 30%. They're talking about in 6 months too. They were promising people 30% returns in 6 months. I'm like, nigga, what crack are you selling? Please tell me. Did you reinvent crack cocaine?
Took equity out of their homes. $250,000, $500,000.
So I've been looking. Listen, shout out to Spencer Cornelia. If you go on YouTube, type in Spencer Cornelia, and he literally makes expose videos to show just different kind of scams that are on YouTube and on social media and everything like that. He broke this shit down, bro, and it is nasty work. Bro.
Nasty work.
Listen, Caesar apparently there's literally properties. So he had like 4 or 5 main properties that he kept showing and assigning to and telling people like, yo, this is what you're invested in. Yo, this is what you're invested in, and pretty much nobody was investing in shit. There hasn't been nothing. Like, there would be properties that he literally bought and sold under his LLC name in 2018, sold it by 2020, and the whole time he's taking money from people in 2021, 22, 23, telling them, oh, your $100,000 is going towards this property. And he don't even own these properties. Some of these properties, some of them, he literally are owned under other companies and LLCs, and it's looking like it's about
spooky.
to get nasty.
It's spooky.
Because at first it was just lawsuits, and they were just talking about, oh, the people that are invested, they want their money back. Now, you know the feds getting involved. When you're talking about hundreds of thousands. Yeah, you're talking federal.
That's Fed time.
And yeah, you talking about you a nigga from Patterson. Hey, nigga, strap your boots up. Get ready for court because you know they about to take your ass down. They're not about to play with you. They're talking about over $30 million in fraud, bro.
And a lot of people, DJ Envy was named in a lot of the suits.
Yeah.
And DJ Envy's attorney came out and spoke that he was also he's also a victim.
That DJ Envy was also a victim.
Yep, DJ Envy's also a victim, or whatever the case may be. And they were interviewing him. They were like, if that's the case, why hasn't he filed a lawsuit? And he was like, well, you know, you can file a lawsuit at any time. You know, it's not something that he felt like he needed to do. But he's also a victim of a situation. People are just using his name and his stardom to try to, you know, make this a bigger deal than it is. But that's his side. And there's also a story where Caesar gave one of the investors some jewelry. Literally gave some jewelry, like, hey, I'll take this for now. I'll give you the rest of the money later.
It's the collateral.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but it is pretty scary because it's like it's fucked up when you. I'm talking about Caesar. I'm not gonna push this on Envy because I cannot say for a fact that he did anything because he's adamant about he's never received any money. He's never been in any of those meetings where he receives the money, or he's being.
There's a figurehead.
He's just one of the faces of the company, but that does leave you with some accountability. Absolutely. Because how many people would have never even got involved had they not seen this young man on the Breakfast Club? Had they not seen DJ Envy that they know is a multimillionaire? If they didn't see DJ Envy next to him, nobody was gonna buy that brand. You know what I'm saying?
You know that kind of reminds me of the position if FYI Fest in Ja Rule, remember?
Oh, Fire Festival.
Fire Festival in Ja Rule, where Ja Rule's whole thing was he was more the figurehead of it. You know, he was more to get the word out person rather than the actual in and out, the logistics of the fraud. And I kind of related.
And see, even with the Fire Festival, like that was a little different too because they're selling you a product that you're just going there to party. You're going there to have a good time for a couple days. The people that were invested with Cesar Pena, bro, these people are investing their life savings.
Oh no, that's true. I'm just talking about the situation.
There's a victim on there that was sexually assaulted and got a settlement for like $500,000. She invested that whole $500,000 with him, bro.
Yeah,
and you talking about
and of course you see DJ Envy doing his thing. We'll talk about real estate.
These are people that are trying to do the right thing, bro. These ain't people that are spending $500,000 to buy cocaine and try to flip it and turn that shit to 10 birds. These are people that are truly trying to change their lives, bro. Young professionals, and the even worse part too, they all look like us. Like you're robbing your own people, dog. There's a special place in hell for you, Brody. And I'm talking about Cesar Pena. Once again, I don't want to put this all on DJ Envy because he's saying like, oh, he didn't receive none of the money. Whatever.
Of course he's gonna say that.
Maybe you didn't know, but if you have any culpability and you know that these are bad investments and bad business deals, than envy.
I can't.
I don't know what to tell you, gang.
I'm going to push back on what you said. I'm not going to absolve him of all the blame.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
No, you were trying to absolve him of all the blame.
Absolve meaning take the blame away from him.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves that. I think that if you know people are investing their life savings and 6 figures and 7 figures, that you should be able to do more of the back work on your end and find out if it's legit or not. You feel me? Yeah. I don't think you should be able to be a figurehead on it and then just disappear like, oh, I had no idea what was going on. That's me personally. I'm not sure if he was actually in on the scheme, but at the end of the day, he should have did more of his research before you put your name or attach your name to something. That's all I'm saying.
I want to say this though, because he says supposedly that he had already did a bunch of business deals. He has currently $500,000 invested on this broken down school on Totowa Avenue in Patterson, and that was supposed to be turned into an apartment complex. And they sold like 5, 6, 7 different investors on this idea, and they've been collecting $250,000, $500,000, $1 million here. I think they had 2 initial investors that put up $1 million apiece for this school that has never even been started, never even got started. So. That's the property that Envy is saying that he still owed for. He said he put up $500,000, but he was saying he closed a bunch of deals with Caesar prior to that, where he's done deals that lasted a month and he made back his 20-30% in a month. So
okay, see, so I didn't. So
they're saying, so he's saying like, yo, I have made good deals with this. I've done good business with this dude. I've seen him pay other people.
All right, so that changes my perspective a little bit. That definitely changes my perspective.
And that's why he's saying like, yo, I've seen it work legitimately. So that's why I'm pushing it. And because he think he's saying he doing a good thing, a good service for the community, and that's how Caesar's painting it. Oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna change your life, and I'm gonna do this and that. And they've been holding these seminars, and these seminars are pretty much like a entrapment for investors, because now you bring 1,500 people to a common place to talk about business, and you sell them on these ideas. And then they were doing like they were after the seminars, they were having like booths and play and one-on-one sessions where you can go and speak to Envy or Caesar. I don't know about the Envy, but to Caesar and other representatives of Caesar's company to invest, because his wife is also in on it too. Yeah. Caesar's wife is she's also named in a lawsuit because she's part owner of the company, and she's been taking money and being part of the business deal. So she's in the office, and
that's what happens when you're married. You feel me?
Right.
They both names on it.
Listen,
but that definitely changes my perspective a little bit. Now that you tell me that information,
but that could all be capped. So
that could all be capped. But from that aspect of Envy's, Caesar's mind could be, okay, I'm gonna actually do good business with Envy and draw a lot of people, exactly. And that could have been a thing, but we don't know. We don't know. It could all be capped. That's a fact.
And for Envy's sake in his career, I really hope that's not the case, because like I said, he's been somebody I've been looking up to for a while, especially. Just looking into everything he does, bro. He does 1,000,001 things, bro. Like,
yeah, he does. He's
like
for true real. Hustler.
Yeah, exactly.
True go getter. I definitely respect him.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah, I just hope he's not actually involved with this on the ground floor.
And not for nothing, I actually knew somebody who invested $100,000 with Caesar, and she had put that up in like 2019 with him. And the crazy shit is, so she had put up that $100,000, and she had told me he was moving a little weird, and I was like, yo, just give it some time, because we've been dealing with real estate for some time too. I was right around the time I jumped into it, so I was like, all right, like just slow down, like don't worry, don't panic. He's probably good people. And she was saying he was moving a little weird, and it wasn't until she teamed up with one of her clients that was like a big time lawyer, and he reached out to him. And whatever that conversation was, that led to her getting her 100 plus 20% back. So he sent her back that 120, and that was like a 7-8 month return. So when I heard, then this was in 2019 when she told me that story, I'm like, all right, sounds legit. Like, it might have just took him a little while. That lawyer just put a little bit of pressure on him, like, yo, you promised this much time, send that back. And he ended up sending it back with the interest earned and everything. But now, 4 years later,
probably from another investor. Probably took another investor's money to pay.
That's exactly how it's been.
That's how the Ponzi scheme works. Wow, that's crazy.
It is fucking terrible, man. And I'm praying for those victims of that crime, because you think, oh, they invested $100,000, they're fine. Yo, bro, people really go out and refinance their homes to get these loans. The people they're selling their businesses thinking, oh, my business is failing, I'll sell it, take this $250,000, invest it with this dude, and be able to make 20% residually, $50K a year off, you know what I'm saying, flipping one a year. That's way more than the profit that I was in the red with my business. So people are selling everything they got in order to jump
that's not right.
In order to jump into business, this person. And bro, I'm talking about these are young people,
We need to get
bro.
to the bottom. They need to get to the bottom.
They need to get to the bottom of this, and I ain't gonna lie, Caesar. Caesar, if you get found, if this is proven to be facts, which is looking like it is, like I said, Spencer Cornelia had a crazy breakdown of this shit. Bro, you going to a special place in hell, gang.
Yeah.
You going to a special place in hell. Like, oh my, and I don't feel nothing for you. I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. Cause like, bro, that's not it, bro. Like, that's one thing I can't respect as a thief. One thing I cannot respect as a thief. Like, don't get me wrong, scamming is some people be like, oh, you scam a bank. The only real loss is the bank. That's one thing. I'm not gonna say that's 100% facts, but that's one thing. You're directly stealing from people,
yes,
from people's kids, from people's families,
from working people.
Bruh, nah, bro.
That is the low. That's
I don't
the
give
lowest
a
of the
fuck
low.
what happened to you, gang. Have fun in prison being somebody's bitch. Like that's how I feel about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Envy, like I said, man, hopefully you can clear your name.
Hopefully
you clear your name and that shit'll blow past.
I don't know. It's looking spooky. We'll see.
Yeah. So in recent news though, I don't know. Have you seen Birdman on a crash out mission? Birdman has spoke more in the last 2 days than I've ever heard him speak ever. Like literally ever. Besides on the intro to like other nigga songs. I've never heard Birdman. He got on Clubhouse the other day with Wack 100, which is the game's manager, and Wack 100 is like a big figure on the West Coast. He's like this super big ex gang. He's a current gang member. He reps that shit hard. Don't get me wrong. Dude's in his 50s. Reps the gang hard. Don't get me wrong. But he is a business guy. He's also Blueface's manager.
Yeah, he is.
But so he gets Wack 100 on a Clubhouse call, and Wack 100 starts popping his shit. First, he tells Joe Budden, "Yo, slow down, chill out." Past that, he starts saying that whole time Bad Bunny's actually been signed to Drake. That's what he said. And people were saying that's cap. People saying it's not. But that wasn't the only stand. He's been talking big shit the whole time. Birdman has been on the internet saying more than we've ever heard.
Yeah, Birdman has been. Yeah, and it's funny him and Juicy thing.
And then him and Gilly. He came at Gilly and was saying, "Man, I never made $1 with Gilly. Gilly need to stop dick riding, telling people that I robbed him." He was like, "Motherfucker, we never made no money." What single did he release? And I thought about it, like, yo, what single did Gilly release under Cash Money? Like he had his time right before Cash Money, which is how he got signed to Cash Money. But we never. It was what was their name? Fuck, I can't remember. They were a group from Philly. Fuck, not the point. Shout out to Gilly, but they going back and forth, and I never seen Birdman really play internet games, so this is different.
He said, "I don't do internet shit, nigga.
Yeah,
I don't do the internet shit, nigga."
But I mean,
but Birdman. I don't know. I don't know if he's bored. I don't know.
I never seen him talk this much. People saying that he must be going through some shit. Like he's only responding because he must be going broke or something. I don't know, but. It's getting spooky because
I don't know. He might be dropping a new single or something for me.
But I've been seeing a lot of weird shit going on because even with like Diddy, like apparently Ciroc stopped paying Diddy. Like Diddy and Ciroc are going through a really big
tables turn.
A legal dispute because the Ciroc brand, yes, we think of Diddy as the owner, but technically he's not the all right. Of course,
you know the owner 100%.
Yeah, it was something that was partnered up with. That's how most of these liquor deals are.
That's how most of the deals in general.
Yeah, like Duce, Jay-Z didn't start Duce. It was already a brand, and then he bought into it, and then became the face of it in order to build it. So Ciroc, same situation. They put Diddy as the face of it and had him promoting it, and he was making, I believe, $40 million a year just to promote Ciroc and be the face of Ciroc. Now in the last year, I believe, maybe 2 years, they haven't paid him no more.
Oh, so Diddy not getting paid? Oh,
right.
It's crazy how the tables turn.
How the tables turn.
Speaking of Diddy and Birdman, I just saw something, a story way back in the 90s. That Birdman was with his folks, feel me? Everybody had their rollies on or whatever. Mm-hmm. Diddy walks in and he said, "Yo, my watch worth more than everybody watching here." It was at I think it was at Audemars, feel me? It was $1 million watch back in the 90s. And he said and somebody from Birdman crew was saying, "Man, my watch is like 30,000, feel me? 25, 30,000. And we all looked around and Birdman said from that day, "No nigga will ever outstunt me." That's the day he became the #1 stunner. He said after that,
I seen that story. I remember that story.
Nobody will ever outstunt me. He stunted on us like that. Never gonna happen again.
Damn, he meant that shit.
That's how he became stunner. he became see, everyone has a villain origin story.
Yeah, right. Everybody gotta have that villain origin. Hey man, that shit'll fuck your head up. You got $100,000 watch on and coming like, "Yo, my shit better than your whole crew together."
Your whole crew. Nah, he was like,
Like,
he said,
hold on, nigga. Wait a minute.
What?
You fucked up.
But no, I didn't even hear that about Diddy and Ciroc.
Yeah, so that they've been going through that legal dispute. So it is crazy. Hey, listen, I don't care how many billions I got. You want to cut off 40 million? Listen, I'm gonna come holler at you, gang. But apparently it's because like Ciroc hasn't been selling nowhere near as much. Like it's down a whole lot, and it's pretty much because nobody's buying Ciroc because of Diddy no more. The people that are buying Ciroc is just because they like Ciroc. It ain't because Diddy's the face of it no more, you know. And also Diddy has De Leon and other shit going on. So it's like, yo, how we gonna keep rocking with you if this is all you're promoting? You go to Revolt TV, it's De Leon. Like they got a little bit of Ciroc on there, but they repping the big De Leon bottle with the D in front of it.
So it sounds like we got to look at, you know, whatever it says in the contract. You know, contract is different. You feel me? Maybe it's if you did this much promotion. You know.
And speaking of underselling, Juicy J brought up a crazy point. He made a tweet like, yo, he said the heads of hip hop need to come together because in the past, they said in the last 2 years, hip hop sales overall have gone down 40%.
Yeah.
And that's almost half. That's a crazy fucking number.
And I actually saw that. And it's funny you say that. But let's look at what's being promoted in hip hop. Who's being promoted in hip hop? They've been promoting garbage for the past 10 years.
But when they say like the sales in hip hop, they don't mean just like just the music sales. They're talking about ticket sales, merchandising, tours, like everything is going down. And now you see the uproar, like you see the uprise of a lot of country music artists. Country music has taken over as the #1 genre in America. Apparently, like
a lot of I can't think of it, but there's a lot of other genres of music that's on the uprising as well.
Yeah, it's wild. When I thought about it, I'm like, yo, that makes sense because you see it. You see these tours getting canceled. People aren't headlining.
Lil Baby's canceled.
Right. People are canceling dates. People aren't headlining. The views on videos are going down. Everything is going down. You see the rise of streamers. Streamers are the new rappers. Look at Kai Cenat and the whole AMP camp. Like they're riding around with more chains on than your favorite rappers. They're more famous. They get 500,000 people to go on live. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the new people. It is crazy to see how hip hop is falling, but like, do you think it'd be possible for hip hop to come back? And if so, what do you think it would take? Is my question.
I think it's a little bit of, I think that's a good question. I think economy has a lot to do with it. You feel me? Because the tickets for Lil Baby's tour.
But even the listeners are going down. Like even the amount of people listening and streaming is going down.
I don't know, man.
It's not about the physical dollars being spent.
That's a good question. My thing is you know, like I said, what's being promoted. I don't know, you know, how much of a factor.
But we've
that
been
plays
promoting bullshit since day one.
But
you know what I mean?
But there comes a time. Feel me?
My white tee, like what?
But I mean, there comes a time where.
Have you heard Grills?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it Jermaine Dupri?
But I feel like also at that time there was a lot of other types of music that was being, other types of hip hop and stuff that was being promoted at the time. You feel me?
As opposed to now where everything is just
watered down.
Shoot a nigga and shoot
and everything is being remixed to songs that we grew up to.
Yeah,
you feel me? Everything is being chopped and screwed. Everything is a remix coming out.
We so old that shit that everything that we were kids that doesn't seem that old is being sampled now.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff is being recycled, sampled.
Yeah, a lot of
the sounds are the same.
A lot of the songs,
everyone wants, and I also think it's don't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Like I think TikTok ruined it. Everybody wants a TikTok dance. Everybody wants a little 5 seconds that they can play in a TikTok clip. You know what I mean? Something that goes viral.
Yeah, no,
you know what
sure.
I mean? The viral sensation, I think, has diluted the quality in general. You know, this sound was hot. Let me remix this. Let me use it again. You feel me? I think it's less creative than it was in the past.
And that might be exactly how the hip hop sales are going down.
Creativity's
down. Everybody's just trying to make repetitive.
Everybody be repetitive. Everybody trying to go viral. Everybody needs a dance or a little tune or something that people can TikTok to. Corvette. You feel me? Like
yeah. No,
you know what I mean? I feel like that trend, and I don't necessarily see that trend in other types of music.
And you know what? That too, though, you're right. What's being promoted in hip hop is so different now. We're like, yeah, $10 10, 15, 20 years ago, it was like a lot more talking about the struggle and what you did but they did it lyrically. Like, don't get me wrong, some of the biggest artists now are the ones that are rapping about the struggle and the come up and all that, but they're not even really rapping, they're singing. One of the like for example, you got artists like fucking like I'm trying to think who recently really undersold badly, and it was like, what the fuck? Like it was like an amazement. I think it was Lil Baby. I think he had sold like 50K or some shit like that. And then you gotta look at it like you got Rod Wave who sold 150K. You know what I'm saying? Because he sings about the struggle. One of the biggest artists in hip hop right now is NBA YoungBoy. Because he might be gra shoot 'em up, but that struggle music is what been carrying hip hop from, I say the hop, the hippie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been carrying hip hop. So I feel like you're right. The message the way that it's changed. Now you got 80% of this shit is drill rap. And the other 20%, then you got 5% is just conscious rap. Nobody really that shit don't sell like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like before. And the other 15% gotta try to strive. And the other 15% is fucking Drake and Kanye and a couple other motherfuckers.
And another thing is, there was something recently I saw where a lot of people think that the labels have been buying so many streams and had so many fake streams out there to where I don't know if they're doing that less now, but I would say I also saw a video where no disrespect to Nav, but they were saying how Nav outsold Beyonce, and everyone was like, how? You know what I mean?
Nav outsold Beyonce?
Yeah, like as far as like streaming for a week or whatever the case may be, everyone was like, how? And a lot of people are saying that a lot of labels are paying for streams or pushing out or the payola or whatever the case may be.
I'm just saying they paid for that to have more.
That's the video that I saw, and I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're inflating the numbers, and then once it's time for these people to go on tour, it's not equating. The equation's not there to where we think it should be because you're inflating it to where the fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that also plays a big role, a big part.
I think people not showing up to your concert has a lot more to do with the economy than the overall drop in sales in hip hop.
And I feel like another thing is these festivals to where you can see a Little Baby. You know what I mean? You might not be a super fan to where you want to go see him live, just Little Baby concert, but you can see him at Coachella. You can see him at all these other different music festivals as well. You know what I mean? So I think the fact that that's so popular nowadays, or Lollapalooza, whatever the case may be, that people might be less inclined to actually go see them as an artist, as an individual. When I just saw him 3 months ago. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of things that equal out to why that might be the case with declining sales and merch and everything else. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure. It does make sense. It's a lot of shit. But I know before we had started, you had said you wanted to speak on one thing, and I actually really wanted to hear your point on this.
Yes.
And you were talking about luck.
Yes.
And I really, before we get up out of here, I really want to get to touch on what you was going to say, because you didn't elaborate whatsoever. You just said, y'all want to talk about luck. I was like, what? You were like, yeah, 4 types, and then you just signed off on that.
Yeah. So I actually saw something recently, and it was very, very interesting. They were saying that there's 4 different types of luck. First is blind luck. You can't control. So we talked about America, living in America. You're lucky to be here. Right. You could have been born in a lot of other places, a lot of worse off.
Facts. My mom came here. She was 8 months pregnant with my dumb ass.
That's what I'm saying. So to be born in this country, you only 10% of people born in this country.
Ding. Yeah,
so it could be you could hit the genetic lottery like LeBron or Shaq or Calvin Johnson. Blind luck. It could be the family you're born into, like a Blue Ivy or a Kardashian or even Donald Trump Jr. Blind luck is you can't really control that.
Okay.
That's just how the cards are dealt and shuffled.
Okay, so blind luck.
Blind luck. The second luck is luck from motion.
Luck what?
Luck from motion.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it like you make so much noise that it's impossible for you not to be heard.
Okay.
So for example, let's say you're a door-to-door salesman. Doesn't matter what you're selling. It could be insurance. It could be solar. It could be knives. You could be selling religion. You could be a Jehovah's Witness. You knock on enough doors, you will get a sale. Right. Luck for motion. You knock on enough doors, you will get a sale. You
put out enough music, one of these bitches is gonna hit.
And let's say you knock on 60 doors, right? 30 people slam the door in your face, curse you out. 15 of those people are nice with it, they decline, and another 15 don't answer, right? The 61st person you knock on. Oh yeah, I would love this. You know what? I have a nephew or something that would love this too. Now you got 2 sales. And then 6 months later you get a call. Yeah, you knocked on my door 6 months ago. I wasn't ready, but I'm ready now. So that's luck from motion. It's the term where the harder I work, the luckier I seem to get. No matter what avenue you're in. Wow. You make so much noise that you become undeniable.
Okay, I like that.
It's impossible for you not to be heard.
I like that.
You make so much noise.
Luck from motion. I like that.
You cause so many collisions that you're bound to get the collision that you want.
Yeah.
So another aspect of luck is luck from a situation, or luck from awareness.
I'm just lucky to be here.
Where you see an opportunity and you go for it.
Right.
Let's say you saw what was going on in crypto and Bitcoin before it shot up.
Right.
You see the trend and you get it on the ground floor.
Right.
Where you're able to maneuver it. Or let's say that you see that silly bands or fidget spinners were big. You saw the trend climbing, right. And you were able to somehow get on the ground level of that, and make it so you were able to profit off of it. Or you really see a trend here, or like let's say there's a dance or whatever or something that's viral. And you're in on it before it really hits, and your video blows up, right, rather than someone else's video blows up.
Situational luck.
Situational luck. Where you see a situation, you take advantage of it. That's the third type of luck. And then the fourth type of luck is luck from uniqueness, where your passions. So what you're so passionate about something that it rolls into you being lucky. Like you, for example, art. You love art. Right. You're able to manifest that into tattooing. Or where, let's say, somebody who's really trendy, they love fashion, whatever the case may be, people start coming in for fashion advice and fashion trends. That's luck from uniqueness, because you're so in that avenue where that's all you've been doing. Or let's say you're a sports guru, you love sports 24/7. People start coming to you for picks. What do you think is going to be on this game? What do you think is going to be on this game?
Right.
Or you love to travel so much that how do you think I can get a discount here and here and there? And what do you see? Oh, you've been there. What did you I do when I go there? Where you use what you're passionate about and spin it to luck in your own way. So the 4 different types of luck that people can really, dive into, and one of them you can't control. The other 3 you can control. Luck for uniqueness. I mean, blind luck is something you can't control.
You know what though? It's funny because I've always felt like I don't believe in luck. Does that make sense? Or is that crazy? That sound like witchcraft. I don't believe in luck.
No, because
I believe everything happens for a reason, and nothing's coincidental.
But you can but luck for motion, you make it happen for a reason. You do so much on the front end where it's impossible for you to fail. Yeah. Where somebody like Kobe Bryant, who's so cerebral, it was impossible for him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where he created his own luck for motion, or like I said. Like you see a trend, something that's trending on upward. How can I get on the ground level of this? You see that right now interest rates are low, house inventory's up, prices are down, so you're taking advantage of the situation.
Right.
And 5 years down the road, when that house appraises for 4 times the amount you bought it for,
right?
Because you bought it on a down market. Oh, you got so lucky. No, I understand the trend, and I was able to take advantage of the trend that I saw. I foresaw it coming. Oh, you're viral with video, rather someone else is viral with video. No, I did my video a week before them. I saw the trend coming, so I was able to get on the front end. Yeah, so you created you did what you needed to do to be in the right situation to create your own luck.
So gambling is just blind luck.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. But you can be good at gambling though.
What? Certain kinds of gambling.
Yeah, certain kind of gambling. Yeah. Certain kinds of gambling, like blackjack or whatever case maybe, you could know how to play those.
I hate when motherfuckers tell me they nice at dice. I'm like, yo, bro.
But that's all blind luck.
Right. But motherfuckers will tell you like, nah, bro, I could really like my shit shooting.
Okay, all right, bro. Unless you got trick dice.
Yeah, which is a good way to die.
You can tell yourself anything. Yeah. But yeah, those are really the 4 different types of luck categories. And like I said, one of you can't control. 3 of them you can't control. Luck from uniqueness. I can love you could avenue that you love that you've been doing the whole time. You eat sneakers. I love sneakers. I love collecting sports memorabilia. I love collecting Pokemon cards. To where that luck's on your side now because of your passions. Where you love art. You created a whole brand about.
Yeah, no, I definitely see what you're saying. Wow. Yeah.
And would you say would you say that that you made tattooing happen, or was it just lucky? Everything happens for a reason.
A little bit of both. Because running into it was a complete accident. I didn't never really want to get tattooed until I seen my man's tatted the fuck up in 8th grade. Shout out to Tyler. Remember Tyler Kearney? He was tatted the fuck up already, 8th grade, full sleeves, and he was getting all the bitches. I'm like, I need some bitches. I'm like, how am I gonna get some bitches? I gotta get tatted. So I go get tatted. I was always drawing and shit, of course, but it wasn't until I seen another motherfucker do it that I was like, I can do that. I can do that. So then I tried it, but the part that I don't feel was lucky was where I spent 2 years doing them shits for free.
That's combined. You need this and luck for motion. That's a combination of both of those.
That's what I was saying.
It's a combination of both of those.
Right. If it wasn't for me telling myself, nah, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna answer when people ask me for a tag, even if I'm doing it for free, even if I know I'm garbage. Like I'm gonna just keep on going with it. I don't feel like that was so much luck as more to. I mean, it was the motion that I was putting in for sure. So I guess
luck for motion. You created so many collisions.
So yeah, I mean, for sure, I tell myself I'm lucky. I'm super grateful for everything that I've been able to do, but I also know there's so much more to go. So a lot of times I'll get caught up in feeling ungrateful, and I'll be ashamed of myself when that shit happens.
Bro,
my man was telling me the other day. I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
my man the other day, I was just telling him because my dumb ass. It was like the first week I had just bought the little Corvette or whatever. And my dumb ass ran out of gas on the Garden State Parkway.
That's only you.
Yeah. Shit like this happens to me.
Only you.
But the shit disrespectful. Because the shit said I had 33 miles till E. 3 miles later, the shit don't tell me nothing. It just says refuel. I'm like, my nigga, I had 33 miles. Where I was going was 18 miles away. I'm like, oh, this is a piece of cake. I'll get there and get to the gas. I have plenty of time. Like,
only you.
I'm 15 minutes into this drive. This shit, do. I'm talking about 4 p.m. Garden State Parkway in the middle of like basically East Orange and Newark. Meaning the most traffic, the most congested part of the parkway. My shit turns off, and I'm telling my man's like, yeah, bro, shit, I'm stressed out. He was like, yo, that's a good ass problem to have, bro. I'm like, you're right. And then I was like, let me shut the fuck up. Let me stop complaining. Like, you're right. It's a good problem to have. Like, let me take that back. And so I say, like, yeah, I definitely got lucky. I tell you that much. There definitely was a lot of luck involved in that.
I actually really like what you said there. What I've had to learn myself is to give myself grace. Me personally, I'm nowhere close to nearly be the goals I want to reach in life, and for a lot of, I'm my biggest critic. I'm so hard on myself, and I'm somebody who was never really able to smell the roses or look at my accomplishments because I'm always looking at the next.
Yeah.
You know, I don't realize, like, I've done a lot of wonderful things in my life, but I don't see it that way because I'm always looking for the next thing. But when you do that, sometimes you're not enjoying the moment. You're not.
Oh yeah,
now.
Of course not. Yeah,
you're not enjoying the moment because you're always hungry, looking for the next thing, and you're not smelling your own roses. Sometimes you got to sit back, smell your own roses, and be thankful for how far you've came. And look what I have. Look at the problems that I have. But we're so designed to always look for what we don't have or what we haven't accomplished yet, and sometimes we need to take a step back.
And not for nothing though, it's I don't feel like it's being ungrateful sometimes, because what it is too is you've set especially you, for example, you've set such a high standard of excellence where you've only been good at everything you dove into. When it came to school, when it came to sports, when it came to women, when it came to anything, you've always been good at that. Like, I've never seen you do something that you wasn't good at, for real. Like, not that you're not good.
Appreciate that.
Not, but this is coming from the outside looking in. Like I said, bro, just college alone, like you could have went to college and be in debt for $100,000. But your school was a fucking amazing school. God knows how much the fucking student loan was, but you got lucky in that sense where like you were able to. You were blind luck to be born smart into a family that made sure that you was going to be athletic, made sure that you did all
blind
that.
Luck,
yeah, because you could be paying $600-700 a month right now in student loans.
You're right.
You don't got that because shit. Guess who ran a 4.4? Guess who was a fucking dog? You feel me? But I say that to say like you expect yourself to be able to. You expected to graduate. You expected to get a scholarship.
Yes.
You expected to be successful in real estate. So yeah, it's hard for you to enjoy that shit because you're just doing what you was already knowing you were going to do. It's like you didn't surprise yourself.
Exactly.
You didn't surprise yourself ever. Like, you were like, yeah, this is what I knew I was going to do. This is what I was working out for. This is what I went to school for. This is what I went to this for. This is what I was in them seminars for. So that's a lot of the reason why when like I feel that way too, where like a lot of things we accomplish, we don't even take a second to applaud ourselves because it's like, and that was part of the plan.
And that's what I'm saying.
That was part of the plan.
I'm even looking back on some of the things I did accomplish or celebrating that, and I saw myself in a situation where people around me were more excited for me than I was about myself.
Ding, ding, ding.
And then I'm looking back on some of my accomplishments, and I didn't really celebrate it. I didn't really celebrate it like I should have, or been as happy as I made it seem to appease everybody else who was happy about me.
It's because you were already expecting it.
But that's what I'm saying. But sometimes we have to. Yeah. You know, live in a moment and realize, like, and pat ourselves on our back because you deserve that. Life is too short not to.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. And you definitely got to be conscious and acknowledge that you are doing something positive, because it'll be real quick to be caught up in that cycle and feel like you ain't shit, you ain't doing nothing. So it's important, man.
I do that all the time.
Everybody
I got to stop being
so
hard on myself and like sometimes I'm just so hard on myself, and I gotta relax. Sometimes I gotta take a deep breath and relax and not be so hard on myself. Life's too short, and enjoy the moments and enjoy the ups.
Yeah, and that's for everybody, man. Anybody listening, definitely make sure you pat yourself on the back, even if it's the slightest thing. Even if you just got your first car, you could be in your 30s.
Congratulations.
Yeah, like you just got your first real job. You just you know what I'm saying. You just finished probation. Like the simplest shit. Yo, pat yourself on the back, bro. You got through some shit. You getting past some shit. You on to the next. You're progressing in life no matter how you look at it. Every day you wake up, bro, you can pat yourself on the back just because, like, yo, shout out to your immune system, shout out to health, shout out to life allowing me to be here today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a win.
My perspective has changed so much, and I believe everybody needs to celebrate every victory in life. Yeah, every victory in life needs to be celebrated, no matter how small you think it is, whether it's promotion, whether you're getting your first job.
Whether it's being on time for work today.
Yes, whatever Simple it is, because at the end of the day.
Yo, I did that, breathe.
But at the end of the day, there's so much we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you have to celebrate all your accomplishments and not be so hard on yourself sometimes, like a lot of us are. So yeah, I think that's a great way to segue out.
You
know
definitely.
I mean?
Listen, man, make sure you smell your own roses, and make sure you give them out to the people next to you when you see them and you know they doing their thing. You're like, yo, bro, you did that, bro. Remember you mentioned you was gonna go get that whatever, that house, that car, that this, that girl, that career. You did that. Shout out to you, man. And on that note,
yes. You said something big here, and also celebrate other people as well. Even celebrate other people and whatever they got going on, especially the people close to you. And at the end of the day, just let other people know that you are a supporter of them. Some people need that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
I have somebody rooting for me. Yep. I have somebody, because sometimes it can get dark. Yep. It can get dark where you look like you're looking out for yourself, and it's like, oh wow, I have other people who also who believe in me,
and that's why I'm gonna get. And that's why every chance I get to consciously be aware of what I'm looking at when I'm looking at people sharing content and pushing like their music or whatever, their clothes, I try to either comment, like, or at least share. Like I'm trying to do one of those things because that goes so far, is what you said. So man, listen, go spread some love, go spread some awareness, go share your favorite brand. Your homeboy got a business going on, go make sure you like, share, repost that. And if you don't, it's okay, because you're gonna wish somebody did that for you.
Absolutely.
And you're gonna understand when somebody does do that for you, how grateful you feel about it. So man, on that note,
that was a great way to
episode 85, Mo. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, this was a great one.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to cut up some of these.
We gotta cut up some of these. Appreciate y'all. We gotta head up. I gotta go get both these little boys out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to both my sons. Shout out to Sasai and my boy Lego. We outside about to go get this braids. And don't mind my shape, bro. I need a haircut so bad. We gonna see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Free Gems podcast. We are
Free Gems, baby. We out of here.
Yeah, that was good. I'm like, yo, Mom, you didn't put up the wrap it up song? Or it's not working?